she's making more, according to him, I don't have the actual numbers, in one speaking engagement than an entire WNBA season, and she don't even have to leave the house. And Clark can get away with charging very high numbers.
Caitlin Clark, post-debut season, balances corporate gigs, charity events, golf, a David Letterman chat, and intense prep for her sophomore WNBA journey, all with unstoppable charm and drive.
He's been very instrumental in shaping my career, and we had a sports psychologist and a therapist that would travel with our team and would be there for people that had performance anxiety or had, things going on completely outside of basketball that nobody knows about, nobody watching on TV knows about, and at the end of the day, a lot of people forget we're humans. We have lives outside of sports, and we have problems outside of sports. We have a lot of.
Now pan over to Angel Reese, fiercely revising her speaking fee. One's building an empire. The other? You'll see. Ready for the real story behind Angel Reese's jealousy? Stick around as we unveil her newly revised speaking fee. In the end, we'll reveal one bold move Angel Reese can make to prove if fans watch women's basketball for her too.
Yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person, it's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize.
Picture this, a packed arena, fans on their feet, every eye locked on one player, Caitlin Clark. From college sensation to WNBA superstar, her journey has been nothing short of extraordinary. But did her rookie season live up to the hype? She didn't just meet expectations, she shattered them. Clark didn't just play well, she rewrote history, setting an astonishing 62 records in a single season. Yes, 62 factorial. Her debut redefined what's possible in the WNBA. Clark led the league in assists, broke single-season and single-game assist records, and shattered rookie records for threes and points.
One of the greatest years of basketball with work put in by anybody.
You might wonder, sure, she's great on the court, but what about off it? Since Clark's WNBA debut, TV viewership has soared nearly fourfold, a seismic shift. Clark isn't just dominating the game, she's revolutionizing it.
The needle mover. The biggest draw in American sports today, CC22, Caitlin Clark Kent. That's just the truth.
Here's where it gets even more fascinating. Caitlin Clark isn't just rewriting the record books on the court, she's doing it off the court too. Clark has transformed her voice into a powerful tool, captivating audiences at corporate events, charity galas, and educational forums. She's sparking conversations about leadership, resilience, and health, all while being handsomely rewarded. Her $100,000 fee for a 30-minute virtual session surpasses her entire WNBA salary for the year, setting a new benchmark. What does this mean? Clark isn't just a basketball player. She's the star, the needle mover, and the one redefining the game. She's drawing in new fans, setting records across the board, and proving that women's basketball is a powerhouse business.
She can also make some serious cash, and that's a virtual one right there. And according to an old LinkedIn post, her virtual speaking fee starts at $100,000, which is, you're talking about on Zoom or whatever, right? That is no.
Here's the incredible part. Despite her steep $100,000 fee, Caitlin Clark's schedule is packed. From headlining events alongside business icons to a recent sit-down with David Letterman, she's become a symbol of inspiration far beyond basketball. Balancing pro-am golf tournaments, community initiatives, and intense off-season training, Clark remains laser-focused on her health and future. She's proving that success on and off the court is no coincidence.
Leadership is like how you approach every single person is going to be completely different. And I think the thing that's helped me be successful throughout my career has been the relationships that I've been able to build with people. And every single person you have to approach differently because they come from a different background, they come from a different place. Somebody can be a little more tenderhearted, and for me, I probably want to be screamed at. Like, it's just everybody's a little bit different. So I think that's what's unique about leadership and being able to understand people, but that takes time, and building relationships is.
Caitlin Clark's focus on balance has only heightened her appeal. Fans love her not just for her incredible skills, but for her humility and grounded perspective. She proves you don't need controversy to command attention. Yet, while Clark lets her actions speak, not everyone is applauding her success. One WNBA player seems determined to shift the spotlight away from her. Though Caitlin remains above the fray, the drama brewing is something you have to see to believe.
Because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, like just because of one single game. And just looking at that, like, I'll take that role.
As Clark's star soars, one player seems desperate to keep up: Angel Reese. When admiration turns to envy, her latest move might blur the line between competition and desperation. Let's dive into Angel Reese's latest move to match Caitlin Clark's success. Remember Clark's $100,000 speaking fee that made waves? Well, Reese has suddenly raised her own fee to the exact same amount. Check a renowned sports speaker website, and you'll now see Reese's updated fee prominently displayed. Coincidence? Think again. Just months ago, her fee wasn't even listed, with inquiries required for details. The timing couldn't be more telling.
I don't know what it is, but these women forever hating on CC, dog. It's looking real spooky out there for a bunch of these WNBA stars.
The timing here is everything. Just as everyone's buzzing about Caitlin Clark's speaking engagements and her impressive $100,000 fee, Angel Reese steps in, raising her own fee to match. It's almost as if she's saying, "Hey, don't forget about me." But here's the thing. Before this, Reese's speaking gigs weren't exactly making headlines. It's clear she's trying to ride Clark's coattails and grab a piece of that spotlight. So, how's the reaction been? Well, it's not pretty. Social media is exploding, with many fans calling Reese's move desperate. Comments like, "Really? Could you be any more obvious?" flood the feeds. Remember when Skip Bayless didn't hold back, saying Reese's behavior reeks of jealousy and bitterness? The criticism is mounting.
She's become the protagonist, the opposite. She's the
instigator.
She's the instigator.
100%.
Her post games reek a little bit of jealousy. And
Here's where it gets really interesting. This whole situation might be backfiring on Angel Reese. Instead of elevating her status, it's making her look petty. Fans are starting to see through the act, and it's not a good look. While Clark is out there breaking records and winning hearts, Reese seems more focused on keeping up appearances than on improving her game.
She's talking about, she's charging $100K for speaking events, and fans is like, Shrek? Since when? And like, you only doing this because of Caitlin.
You have to wonder what Reese's management team is thinking. They've stayed silent, but their silence speaks volumes. It's as if they know they've made a misstep, but don't know how to backtrack. The drama surrounding Reese might actually be helping Clark more than Reese. It's highlighting the stark contrast between their approaches. Clark letting her game do the talking, while Reese, well, she's talking. But is anyone really listening? But hold on, because this so-called rivalry didn't start with speaking fees. No, there's a deeper history here, one of jealousy that's been simmering for a while. And trust me, what's coming next will make the speaking fee drama look like child's play.
That's jealousy and envy and delusion, all mixed together. Angel Reese has done a couple of nice things, added some femininity to the way these women dress. Great. No one's tuning in to watch Angel Reese play basketball. She's not that skilled. She's not that good. She's an energy player. She gets rebounds. She gets puts back. But no one's tuning in to watch Angel Reese.
You've seen the highlights, but did you catch the lowlights? As Caitlin Clark's star rose, another player's true colors began to show. Angel Reese's on-court antics were just the start. Let's dive into the petty plays and high school comments that fueled a rivalry driven by jealousy.
She's not Michael Jordan. She's not Magic Johnson. She's not Larry Bird. She's someone that taunted Caitlin Clark on a big stage. Those are the facts.
Remember when Angel Reese grabbed national attention by pretending to be John Cena and chasing Caitlin Clark around the court? That was just the beginning. As Reese entered the WNBA, something shifted. It wasn't just about her game anymore. It was about the spotlight and who was standing in it. Reese's frustration with Clark's rising fame began to surface, with the once expected sportsmanship replaced by eyebrow-raising comments and gestures after games.
Gestures.
Kennedy Carter now with 12 points off the bench.
During a game between the Fever and the Sky, when Reese's teammate Kennedy Carter clashed with Caitlin Clark, Reese applauded, showing little sportsmanship. It didn't stop there. Reese made sure to express her opinion on social media and in interviews. One bold statement had her claiming, "I'll look back in 20 years and say the reason why we're watching women's basketball is not just because of one person, it's because of me too." But analysts saw it differently, especially after Reese hit Clark in the head during another game. The tension between them was clearly growing.
Head.
Fouls are a part of basketball, but it was Reese's comment afterward that really turned heads. She defended the action, calling it a basketball play, and even suggested that some players get special whistles from referees. Wonder who she could be talking about.
Strong a lot of times, and we didn't get a lot of calls. And going back and looking at the film, I've seen a lot of calls that weren't made. I guess some people got.
Analysts have suggested that Reese may be trying to play the villain in her rivalry with Clark. However, this could be damaging her reputation. While some drama can benefit a sport, there's a fine line between fueling rivalry and engaging in behavior that crosses into negativity.
WNBA players were demanding to be given credit for elevating the league. Angel Reese claimed that she was along with their pretend friends in the mainstream media. They wanted us to believe that the WNBA was exploding in popularity. They wanted to keep all the credit for themselves while downplaying the impact of the only star in the league, Caitlin Clark.
Let's talk about the real winner in all this drama, the WNBA itself. We're seeing an incredible surge in viewership, primarily thanks to Caitlin Clark. But it's not just about the numbers. The Clark-Reese saga has people talking about women's basketball in a way we've never seen before. It's dominating social media, sports shows, and even mainstream news. And while Clark's star continues to rise, Reese is facing a pivotal moment. With the league losing players like Clark, who bring in huge fan bases, Reese now has a chance to prove her claim that people watch women's basketball because of her too.
Well, now, jealous WNBA players will have the opportunity to earn that credit. Now, players like Angel Reese, they will be given the chance to test their star.
As their debut season approaches, a wave of withdrawals and PR missteps has left fans skeptical. At the center of it all stands Angel Reese, the league's last marquee draw. Reese has dominated headlines for all the wrong reasons. The stakes are high, not just for her, but for the league. Can she back up her words, or is this the start of her unraveling? This is the moment where everything changes.
Now, the other recognizable name on the roster, Angel Reese, who has got to be absolutely terrified. It is not going to be a good Christmas for the...
Unrivaled has handed Angel Reese the ultimate stage, positioning her as the league's centerpiece after top-tier players bowed out. She's expected to draw fans and drive interest, but her offseason has been marred by distractions, podcast appearances, social media spats, and public backlash over her responses to criticism. Meanwhile, critics point to her underwhelming stats, including a shooting percentage of just 39% and inefficiencies near the rim, as evidence that she's not ready for the leadership mantle. After all, who would want to watch more missed shots?
Shooting 39% on the year as a power forward, as a 4, as somebody who shoots within 5 feet of the basket on, let's say, 90% of your field goal attempts, that's not too good.
The big question is, what's next for Clark and Reese as the 2025 season approaches? All eyes will be on these two. Will Clark continue her record-breaking streak? Can Reese step up on the court? One thing's for sure, this saga isn't going anywhere.
Once again, WNBA players are getting exactly what they wanted. Here is your chance to prove that you can make it without Caitlin Clark. Here is your chance to prove that you're all stars, instead of the reality, which is you're in the spotlight of the real star.
From Caitlin Clark's record-breaking rookie season to Angel Reese's headline-grabbing antics, this so-called rivalry has certainly kept us on our toes. But while Clark continues to let her game do the talking, Reese's desperate attempts to stay relevant are becoming more transparent by the day. Now, with the unrivaled league offering Reese a golden opportunity, it's time for her to put up or shut up. Can she back up her bold claims about being a draw for women's basketball, or will this be another case of all talk and no action? One thing's for sure, the basketball world is watching, and Reese's next move could make or break her reputation. Maybe it's time for Reese to focus less on matching Clark's off-court success and more on elevating her own game. After all, healthy competition is what truly grows the sport. Do you agree? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe. More videos are on screen now.